It's called the Irish alarm clock. This is also very true. In the middle of the winter at Brucknell, the Four Ports held their annual camp. They'd organised accommodation and workshops and the marquee in case it was kept damp. It was a magic weekend, music for the gods, tunes and song, poetry and dance. And to add just a bit of excitement, we twice called the ambulance. There was only one small disturbance. 'Twas early on Sunday morn. To allay all gossip, I'll tell you the truth, so it doesn't sound sleazy or porn. It involved a wee Irish lady. I'll just say Eileen was her name. It may preserve her sense of dignity and resolve her from any false blame. Her husband was playing late Saturday night. Eileen could see was hyped up, all fired. So after midnight, without her spouse, to her allotted bunk she retired. Now, we all know about middle-aged bladders, when you've had a few more drinks in your water. And at 2 a.m, nature called Aileen, and she got up for a drink of water. The music was still playing, long and strong. There was singing and laughter aplenty. Aileen knew that her husband was still out there, as the bunk above her was empty. So she snoozed for a while, then heard a din in the wee small hours of the night. She heard the bunk creak and someone climbed up. She hoped Billy was tucked in real tight. Then the kookaburras heralded the morning sun, and Eileen slipped out of her bed. She could hear her husband snoring above and see a few tousled hairs of his head. She knew he'd be suffering from lack of sleep and perhaps a wee drop of the whiskey, so she cheekily thought she'd wake him up. She'd had enough sleep to feel frisky. So she slipped one hand under the doona, just to check that he hadn't got cold, and then she grabbed a handful, a squirrel grip, I'm told. With the other hand, she grabbed his head and she gave him a bloody good shake. So where were you so late, you old bugger? As she tried to shake him awake. Well, the body stiffened and the face appeared. Eileen fainted with disbelief. It wasn't her beloved Billy, it was her own young Colin O'Keefe. Haven't finished! Now, Eileen would have kept this all secret. She'd never been so embarrassed in all of her life. But others woke up and witnessed it all. And one was Colin's young wife. She doesn't even stay. She's gone home, hasn't she, Colin? She can't be. Aileen told me of her faux pas over coffee. Not a Brucknell, a sexual attack. She said she didn't know it was a much younger man, as they all feel the same in this lack. Well, me being pure, I was sceptical. I'd have thought she'd recognised her own man. But if they use her as an alarm clock next year, I'll be right there to lend a hand. So this could cause some problems at Brucknell. Accommodation mightn't be as easy as it's been. I have a feeling next year that all of the guys will want to share a bunk with Eileen.